guys, I'm the Chall, your Doncaster Rovers fan channel, and welcome to the first Chall Chats League One, because today it's the start of the League One season, where we find out the fixtures of the season. So, for those of you who don't know, Chall Chats League One is a brand new series where, come match day, come match previews, match reviews, match analysis, I guess. Everything to do with League One will be in this particular series. So obviously we've got the normal Rovers stuff where it's got specific Rovers transfer reports and things like that. But anything to do with the rest of the teams in League One, we're going to be rounding up in this whole new series called Chall Chats League One. And it starts off with this, the fixture reveal. So we're going to go through every single fixture for Rovers this season. Of course, in future videos on Chall Chats League One, we're going to be predicting the League One table. At the end of the season, we're going to react to our predictions and try and get some kind of guess as to whether I was right or not. And all of that will be there to come. And of course, monthly reviews. So every time we finish a month, we'll review it in detail, and we'll sort of guess whether it's a good month or not and things like that. See which players need to improve in the next month, which players need to stay good in this month. So that's all going to be coming as part of this new Chall Chats League One. Hope you like the intro as well, by the way. And yeah, as you saw on your screen, the rest of the 23 clubs will be involved in this series, so very good there. And yeah, let's get straight into it. We're going to chat about the whole fixture list. That's not just league fixtures. We've got cup tie fixture dates, different group stage competition rates and things like that. So before we get started, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss another Donny video. And let's get into talking about the fixtures for the 2020-2021 season. So, of course, we have our first round fixture in the Carabao Cup on August 29th against Blackburn Rovers. But in September, there's a lot of different matches going on. And that is September 5th to 6th. And that is where the rest of the people have their first Carabao Cup rounds. The League One and League Two games will be taking place in those Carabao Cup tie dates. But after that, we've got our first group match in September 8th or 9th in the EFL Trophy. And then the 12th of September, hosting MK Dons is the first League One fixture of the season. We then move quickly on to the second round of the Carabao Cup on the 15th or 16th of September. On the 19th, we were away at Charlton Athletic, newly relegated from the Championship after the loss of appeal for Sheffield Wednesday to get a points deduction. Well, the appeal's still going on, but they're pretty much going to lose it at this rate. I don't think even their fans are confident about winning an appeal to bring Sheffield Wednesday down with them and then come back up to the Championship. So Charlton will be in League One, definitely. Obviously they've got the ownership problems, so they'll hopefully have some ownership situations sorted, hopefully in the near future. Third round, 22nd to 23rd of September in the Carabao Cup, third round. So that'll be an interesting one to see if we get to that stage. 26th of September is hosting Bristol Rovers. They've made some very interesting signings. So very good there. Hopefully Bristol Rovers might be an underrated team to go up against. MK Dons, by the way, the first game of the season back on the 12th. MK Dons losing Alex Gilby, of course, to Charlton, but they have brought in some good players, and they brought in Carlton Morris again on loan. So they may have a decent season, but you'll have to check out my table predictions later in the week for that one. And then to end the month after Bristol Rovers, September 29th or 30th is the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. In October, we've got the 3rd of October, we're away at Wigan Athletic, again freshly relegated from the Championship. They got ownership problems as well, so they need to be finding a brand new buyer very, very soon. Then we've got the second group match on the 6th or 7th of October in the EFL Trophy. Then on the 10th of October, it's an October international date, so it's the international kind of call-up thing. But on the same day, we're hosting Shrewsbury Town. They've got some good players in there, but it should be interesting to see what season they have this season. On the 17th, we're away at Fratton Park to face Portsmouth, which should be a very good tie there. On the 20th of October, we've got Ipswich Town at home, so they're going to be up for it this season for promotion. So that'll be, again, another tough opponent like Portsmouth. Then on the 24th of October, we've got Crewe Alexandra at home, one of the promoted sides from League 2, so that should be a very interesting clash indeed. We haven't played Crewe in the league for a good couple of years, so should be interesting to see them play at League 1 level, because of course last time we played Crewe in the league, we were in League 2 with them. So, it's good to see Crewe back in League 1, and hopefully they can have a decent season. Then on the 27th of October, we're away at Plymouth Argyle at Home Park. We played each other in League 1, we played each other in League 2, we've played each other in the Championship before, so we know this team pretty much inside out. So we'll see how Plymouth do this season. On the 31st of October, to end the month, we've got Lincoln City home at the Keep Moat, so that should be a good match there against Lincoln City, managed by Michael Appleton. They've got some decent players in, but they've sold some good talent as well, so should be an interesting season to see how Lincoln do. Moving swiftly into November, and we have the 3rd of November to kick us off, away at the brand new Wimbledon Stadium, Plough Lane, AFC Wimbledon away. Should be a very good game. Wimbledon could be a very underrated side with some great signings in the squad, so can't wait for that fixture. Hopefully it'll be a good game, and it'd be great to... It'd be actually good to be there at Wimbledon, wouldn't it? I mean, I'll probably just watch it from home or something, but it would be great to be actually at the new Wimbledon Stadium on the first day of our first visit to the new stadium. So, would be nice, but we'll see. The first round of the FA Cup takes place on November 7th. And then November 10th and 11th is the third group match and the EFL Trophy. So very, very nice stuff there. On the 14th, we're away at Oxford United, which is also the November international date. So away at the Kassam Stadium, one of the promotion chases in my opinion. So that should be a very tough game, one of the tougher games of the season. On the 21st, we are hosting Sunderland. Now, usually I'd be very frightened about that fixture a few years ago. But no disrespect to Sunderland fans. I think with the current ownership situation, even though you signed some good players, I think that Sunderland will be a tough fixture, yes, but I don't really feel more fearful of that fixture anymore because of the whole ownership situation, and the club's in complete disarray at the minute. So I think despite the signings and despite it being a tough fixture, we could potentially get a win out of that, so we'll see. Then the 24th of November, we're hosting Blackpool. So that should be a good side. Second full season with new ownership, and they brought in a good array of signings, so we'll see how Blackpool do. And then to end the month, it's the second round of the FA Cup, dated for November 28th, so it'll be interesting to see if we get to that stage. In December, big one to kick off the month, December 1st. We're away at Hull City, Grant McCann's Hull City at the KCOM Stadium. Hopefully by this point fans will be back in stadiums, so I would like to travel to Hull to see this fixture, to be in the crowd at this fixture, to vlog from the match, and see what happens really. So hopefully that'll be a great game to watch. Then on the 5th, we're away at Sixfields to another promoted team. It's Northampton Town, so that should be a great fixture. Promoted from League 2, of course, amongst the 4 promoted teams, so Northampton should be a very underrated opponent. Then December 8th and 8th or 9th of December, we got the round of 32 in the EFL Trophy. Then on the 12th of December, we're hosting Gillingham, so that should be a decent fixture. Gillingham have brought in some brilliant signings, some very underrated signings. Zach Medley on loan from Arsenal is just one example of just many, many signings they brought in. So I think Gillingham could be an underrated promotion charge, I think that, this could be a very tough challenge. 15th of December, Swindon Town at home. So another promoted side, the champions of League 2. So we'll see how that one goes. Swindon could be very underrated this season. 19th of December, we're away at the Pirelli Stadium to face Burton Albion. So that should be a very good game as well. 22nd to the 23rd of December, 5th round of the Carabao Cup, if we get to that stage. Then Boxing Day, 26th of December, we're hosting Accrington Stanley, so that should be a decent fixture. Accrington will be up for it again this season, so we'll see how they finish. And on the 29th of December, our final fixture of 2020, it is away at Fleetwood Town. Shout out to Cods Vlogs, the Fleetwood fan with about 5,000 followers, so make sure you go subscribe to him. But yeah, Fleetwood should be a decent fixture. Fleetwood missed out on the playoff final. They'll be up for it again this year. So yeah, that should be a tough fixture for us. And then we go into 2021. January the 2nd, we're away at Peterborough United. That's going to be a tough one. Then on the 5th or 6th of January, it's the Carabao Cup semi-finals, so that should be an interesting one if we do get to that stage. 9th of January, we're hosting Rochdale, so that should be a good one. I think they possibly may be in trouble this year. Who knows? January 9th, third round of the FA Cup, round of 16 of the EFL Trophy on the 12th or 13th of January. Why did I say 2nd? Then the 16th of January, we're away at Swindon Town, so the reverse fixtures now. 23rd of January, we're hosting Burton Albion. Then on the same day, or scheduled to be on the same day, is the fourth round of the FA Cup, so Burton Albion will probably be rescheduled if we get to the fourth round of the FA Cup. 26th of January, we're hosting Wimbledon, and then on the 30th of January, we're away at Lincoln City. February, 2nd or 3rd is the quarterfinals of the EFL Trophy. Then we're hosting Oxford on the 6th of February. 5th round of the FA Cup is on February 10th. Sunderland away on the 13th of February. 16th to 17th of February is the EFL Trophy semi-finals. 20th of February we're hosting Hull City. 23rd of February we're away at Blackpool. 27th of February away at Ipswich, and then on the February 28th it's the Carabao Cup final. So if we get to the Carabao Cup final, then they'll probably have to reschedule the Ipswich game due to too many fixtures being on the same day, or we just play a weaker side against Ipswich and we'll see what we do. Going into March, 2nd of March we're hosting Portsmouth. 6th of March we're hosting Plymouth. 9th of March we're away at Crewe. 13th of March we're hosting Northampton Town. We've got the EFL Trophy final on March the 14th. 20th of March we're away at Gillingham, which is the same day as the FA Cup quarter-finals. 27th of March is also a March International Day, along with the away trip to MK Dons. April the 2nd we're hosting Charlton. 5th of April we're away at Bristol Rovers. 10th of April we're hosting Wigan. 17th of April we're away at Shrewsbury. It's also the same day as the semi-finals of the FA Cup, so that will be rescheduled, the Shrewsbury date, if we get to the semi-finals, if we do get there. 20th of April away at Accrington Stanley. 24th of April we're hosting Fleetwood, and then 3 final fixtures in May. The 1st of May we're away at Rochdale. 8th of May we finish our season hosting Peterborough United, and then finally on May the 15th it is the final of the FA Cup. So there we go, guys. That is looking at our fixture list for next season. So there's a few dates that I can pick out specifically that I'm really excited for. First example of this is, of course, the first game of the season, MK Dons. That should be a decent way to kick off our season, and yeah, that should be a great game, in my opinion. I think that they've got some good players. I think they can still provide a good season for themselves, but I think they may be in the lower end. But the fact that it's the first game of the season makes me even more excited. Another date that I can pick out is probably the 17th of October, and that is away at Portsmouth at Fratton Park, because that's going to be one of our toughest games of the season, along with the likes of Sunderland, Oxford, Fleetwood maybe. So I think that Portsmouth will be a tough one. Looking ahead then, December the 1st, Hull City away from home, and the reverse fixture of this actually on the 20th of February at the Keepmoat as well, facing Hull City for the first time in the league since, I'd probably say the first time since, it's been so long. I was going to say the Championship, but we came into the Championship in the 08-09 season, and that's when Hull were in the Premier League for the first time, so I think I'd probably date it back to around the 2010 mark. We're probably going around back then, to the 2010-2011 mark. This is before we got relegated to the League One again. So, I'd probably date it back to that mark that we last played Hull in the league. So, it's been a long while since we've played in the league. Obviously, Hull City, first time in League One since 2005. In my opinion, I think Hull won't change until the owner invests or gets out of the club. I think that Hull are in ownership troubles, in my opinion. I think that, even though they've signed players this season, I think that, Assam Alam kind of reminds me of Mike Ashley in the fact that, I think he cares about the squad, when they're in the third tier, but when they're in the second tier, he relies on, them to do it themselves. He'll only invest when, relegation's on the line and you need to get back into the second division to be, sitting at the captain's table, to be honest. So it should be interesting for Hull this season. Obviously, I'll make my table predictions, in about nearly a week's time. But in my opinion, I think Hull could be in trouble. I don't think they'll be promoted this year, which, Hull fans might be interested to hear about. Let's have a look at some other fixtures that might catch your fancy, Rovers fans. Obviously, a big one is going to be the final day of the season, May 8th, against Peterborough. That's going to be a tough fixture. Obviously, we've got the reverse fixture of that, which is taking place right back to the 2nd of January. That's away at London Road. So, I think that's probably going to be our final time at London Road, unless there's another season before they bring in the new stadium. Because I know that Peterborough's new stadium has been given the green light. So, congratulations, Peterborough, for that. And I think it's coming in the 2021-2022 season. So I think this season is the last time we'll play at London Road. So very exciting there for Peterborough fans. Obviously, their last game of the season is going to be a very emotional one. Their last home game of the season, shall I say, will be an interesting one and an emotional one. So fingers crossed they can get as many fans as possible with restrictions in place into London Road for the final home game of their season. Maybe Peterborough will get promoted in the last year of London Road and they'll have a brand new stadium ready for the Championship. I mean, it's got to be destiny, isn't it? And it should be interesting. But we've got destiny in our hands as well. It's Coppinger's last season. We've made some great signings. We've got other signings on the verge of being completed. In Coppinger's last season, we could get promoted to the Championship. So for the first time since 2013. So we've got as much to play for as anyone else. But I generally think this is going to be the toughest, closest League One season in God knows how many years. I think this could be the closest season in so many years in League One. So, with Bursic coming in on loan from Stoke, with Lakilo coming in on permanent from Crystal Palace, with 2 other loan deals on the verge of completion, with 2 trialists still being looked at and still looking at deals for, including Ed Williams from Kidderminster Harriers probably. So I think that, we are potentially going to be in really for a decent shout this season. That's just picking out a few fixtures that tickle me fancy. Comment down below which other fixtures you as your club are excited for, which fixtures you excited for. Obviously I mentioned the cup dates as well. Obviously we might not reach the final of the FA Cup. It's pretty much unlikely that we'll reach the final of the FA Cup, but if you get there you do have to mention these things, especially with dates clashing. With FA Cup fixtures clashing with league dates on a couple of occasions. So obviously I had to say if we do get to that stage, then they're going to have to reschedule the league fixtures. Taking a look at the league's fixtures, they do have to reschedule. Obviously the 20th of March, that's the quarter-final of the FA Cup. They're going to have to reschedule away at Gillingham. 17th of April is the semi-final. They're going to have to reschedule away at Shrewsbury. The the 5th round, of the FA Cup is obviously on a different day. So it's pretty much from the quarterfinals and the semi-finals really that they have to reschedule it. But there are some obviously other fixtures that they'll have to reschedule. Obviously Northampton Town on the 13th of March, and obviously the EFL Trophy final is on the 14th of March. So if we do get there, then they'll have to think about rotation and stamina. And this is, one of the examples why strength in depth is important. Strength in depth is so important to this squad, whether it's 1-year contracts, loanees, I don't care. Just bring them in and get them into the squad. So that's why it's so important to get these 2 trialists that we're still looking at, as well as the 2 other loanees over the line, because we need as many players as possible. And at times we are going to have to resort to playing some of the under-18s like Ben Blythe, who's shown great signs this pre-season. Liam Ravenhill, he's shown great signs this pre-season. There's a couple of other players, Brandon Hornton, he looks good. So I think that, there are a couple of under-18s that are going to have to play 1 or 2 cup games, depending on what the schedule is like and what the players' stamina and morale is like. So it is going to be a tough season with a limited squad, but hopefully we can get those signings over the line and we'll have more of a free squad to play with come this season. So there we go. So that is looking at the fixture list for the 2020-2021 season. Comment down below what fixtures you're most looking forward to as a League One fan or as a neutral. You know, if you're watching the league from the Championship, or you're watching from League Two, or you're watching from the Premier League even. If you're a Premier League fan and you're watching League One for the sake of it, comment down below what fixtures you look most looking forward to. But for now, guys, thank you very, very much. I am the CHALL. Welcome to Chall Chats League One for the 2020-2021 season. Thank you very much. Goodbye.